How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Buckeyes, they got themselves quite the tall task ahead of them here after losing to Oregon. Is there a chance this team can still make the college football playoffs? That's the big question here. A one-loss team, you know how tough that can be, especially when it's at home early in the year. Guess what? I don't like this team lost on a neutral playing site, first of all, and this team lost at home because Oregon's a good football team. And period. That's all that's got to be said. I think this is what I'm looking at. I think there's a chance Ohio State can make the college football playoffs, but this is just about what has to happen. Sorry, Cincinnati, you're not going to hear this, but let's just be completely frank. You're not a Power 5 team. You're not an SEC team. Want to see them do good. I can very well see Cincinnati going undefeated this season, not making playoffs. I mean, we already see Clemson ahead of them with one loss. Even though that's a very good football team with a potential, very good potential, of Ritter winning the Heisman this year. Excellent quarterback there. They're going to get that respect down the road. They're going to start winning some big games against other teams. They got some competition this year. We'll see what they do. Nonetheless, if they go undefeated, you know, that's a story for another day. But right now, I'm looking at this. We need either Alabama or Georgia to go undefeated. You need to see Oregon go undefeated. And you need to see, well, Oklahoma lose some football games. And you need to see the other SEC teams lose some football games. Probably Georgia or Alabama. One of those two need to lose 2 games. They can lose the conference. You want to see an SEC conference championship game with one undefeated team and one team with one loss. You want to see the undefeated team win. That way there ain't a question when that team with one loss drops and loses that they fall out of the top 4. Because if you go into an Alabama, Georgia game, SEC championship, undefeated 2 teams, because you know dang well if it's 2 undefeated SEC teams going at it in the conference championship, the committee's just going to force both those teams in there. It just doesn't mean we agree with it. That's just the way things happen to roll in college football these days regarding the SEC. But if you can get a 2-loss team after the conference championship game, you look Alabama, you look Oregon. Again, we looked at Clemson. Clemson's got to be in it. I don't know how Clemson doesn't get in this unless they completely fumble away this season, because they don't have a ranked team on their schedule the rest of the season, which is typical Clemson. As we know, they don't really play people during the regular season. We talk about it a lot. They're easy strength of schedule, whatever. But then they put out in the conference or college football playoffs a lot, and they prove why they belong in there. So, you know, it is what it is. Cincinnati would deserve that chance, I guess, too, right? If you're going to play that game, though. Nonetheless, that's the top 3. Buckeyes come in at 4. Buckeyes got to win every game the rest of the season. They got to start winning games decisively. And you want to see a team like Iowa. You want to see teams like Penn State on the Buckeyes schedule. You want to see these teams perform really well. It'd be nice to see Michigan win some games. Because the more ranked wins Ohio State gets by the end of the season, the higher the opponent of their Big Ten championship for the Buckeyes is, as far as a ranking concerned at the end of the season, the better that win will look. But I think there's a window. It's tough because you want to see Oklahoma. Maybe they can get away with losing 1. If it's a late season one, maybe a bad loss. But I think you want to see Oklahoma lose 2. And again, the toughest thing here is going to be seeing a 2-loss SEC team, I think, at the end of the conference championship. I think that's the biggest concern, because what happens if a 1-loss SEC team knocks off the number 1 ranked team in the country? You know, that's the problem here. Buckeyes got a path, though. It doesn't seem as difficult when you lay it out this way, quite honestly. Teams lose football games. It happens. Buckeyes got to be resilient here. Love what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.